I was searching for a mini-ITX case and I saw this Mechanical Master C24, which has both USB 3.0 and USB-C in the front panel, and also supports both SFX and SFXL PSUs. And also you can mod it, since it has, you can disassemble it into many pieces. And also under the GPU you can use two low profile fans. So this was kind of everything that I needed, but unfortunately the price is as low as $132 without shipping on both Amazon and AliExpress. But it's still a good looking case, and also it has a handle which is great for the transportation. Luckily I found one locally only for $20, which it was very surprising because this is not a very old case. And you can see here the dimensions, and it can serve well both the GPU cooler and the CPU cooler, sorry. So yeah, for $20 it was better than I ever expected, so I guessed why not, what can be wrong with it? It's just a piece of metal, right? So I ordered it and it was received in 2 days. It was from a local platform like eBay. So this is the case that I received. It has everything. It has both the glass panel and the metal panel with the mesh, so you can change it if you want, and it looked like everything is fine. It has all the cables inside. It didn't have the button, and the USB is plugged, but I guess, well, it will take 1 minute or so to screw everything in. So I started to disassemble it in order to assemble everything and plug the connectors and the cables and start the building. It also has a cable for the PSU, because the PSU is mounted in the front. You have a cable to connect it to the back of the case. We have all the cables, so both USB-C and USB 3.0. And when I wanted to connect them, something was strange, because this PCB looks kind of broken and USB 3.0 has some glue in it, like it was standing on top of the PCB. So it's something like this, and USB 3.0 should be on the top. So let's disassemble it quickly. I hoped until the last second that maybe I'm wrong and I'm missing something, and I can get use of the case. Of course, you can use it without the USB-C, but most of my thumb drives are still using USB-A, so I don't have everything for with USB-C. So the good part that is that you can remove almost all the panels. Not almost, I mean really all the panels from this case. So it has a lot of small screws. I think all of them are M3s, which is good if you need replacements. The seller didn't state anything about being broken or something, but I was expecting something for this price, right? So as you can see there are two long thingies to screw M3s in them. And here you have the power button and USB-C, and the USB 3.0 should stand on top of them. Like this. But the PCB has only one hole for a screw, so yeah, it was broken. This is why it was only 20 bucks. So I didn't have any clue on what to do, but fortunately I have a 3D printer, so I thought that I should start building a housing for the PCB, which I did. There were many variants, but this is the last one that it really works now. So in the right you have the old version, and in the left you have the new version, which is currently in production, let's say. And I did a lot of measurements to be sure that everything fits. The PCB will stand in the middle, and it will push the USB 3.0. And also we have here a 1.8 millimeter line to push the USB 3.0 on the PCB, so it doesn't go anywhere when we are applying pressure with the thumb drive or with the cable. Here I added some small bolts into the design, so it will keep the caps in place. We have one for the bottom and one for the top. The top one has a cut of a circle cut because we have to insert M3 screw, so this is the old version and it was slightly on the screw, so it wouldn't stay in place. But after a few prints and more measurements, I think it took 6 hours or so. I'm not very good on 3D design, and I only know how to use Tkinter. So after a few prints, as I said, and they were not just a few, after a whole bunch of prints, as you can see here, these are all the failures. So yeah, I did some testing samples, but never mind. After these prints I have the latest version, which is currently working and fits the PCB really well and keeps the USB 3.0 in place as it should. We'll see now how to fit it in place. So we have two brackets. One will go on the right side, and the USB 3.0 will be kept in place by both the PCB and the piece on the upper side. It's the same thing for the left piece. This one just has a small hole for the connector, and we can add the caps. We also have the space for the screw to sit in. It's nice and snug. The same for the bottom one. You can glue it if needed, but I don't think they will go anywhere. I will share the STLs in the description of this video if anyone will have the same problem. You might need to cut the PCB a little more to have the same length as I did. I used 2 M3 screws to screw it down because of course it came without any screws. So let's do the final testing. I tried it before and it worked well. It was very snug. But for 20 bucks to buy a 130 bucks case, I think those 6 hours of 3D design were worth it. Everything should fit and stay in place, like straight from the factory. I'm not sure if this was the correct position from the original PCB because this print looks a bit off, but the USBs are aligned. As you can see here, everything fits perfectly. Let's mount everything back. And hopefully everything will work. I mean, it's just the cables. One reason for all those failed prints was the spot where I had to have the second screw. Because first time it was, I think, 4 millimeters off, and I just tried to measure it at the end, so this was the last modification for the second screw. The button is clicky, the USB-C works okay, USB 3.0 works perfect, so everything is now snug. Let's connect also the PSU cable, so everything should be working fine and in place. It doesn't go anywhere, so it's perfect. Mini-ITX, it takes up motherboards to 17 by 17 centimeters, and PSUs only SFX or SFXL, but it should be enough because, well, it's a small form factor build. Don't have such components yet, but I might build one PC with this case, since everything is as new now. Or I might flip it. I'm not sure yet, but I was planning for a couple of months to build a small form factor PC. So let's see. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you're not yet a subscriber, and see you in the next one. Cheers.